These are people that have been, involved and behind one of the most successful asset appreciations in the history of Earth, right? And they're not going to go away quietly, right? And that's a problem. And then, of course, on another element there is, billions of dollars have been putting into these mining operations. So,
I mean, China, to your point, it's been fascinating to see it. I mean, they really, through mining power, control the Bitcoin blockchain. You have 4 miners in China that represent something like 60+% of mining capacity, and 80% of mining capacity is based in China for both Bitcoin and Ether.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
If you got a bag, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Go ahead, throw on those shades, buckle up, and let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. Total cryptocurrency market cap, 2.2 trillion. XRP still in the 80s, 85, 86 cents, down about 2.4% for XRP. Ripple says open banking has the potential to transform payment systems across North America, but 55% of U.S. adults have never heard of it. Explore the benefits of providing third-party access to fintech services, the barriers to success, and what's next in the space. XRP, we're coming for that top spot. Chris Larsen, last year I published an op-ed calling for Bitcoin to consider a move away from proof of work to low energy validation method. Today I'd like to share an update on how my thinking has evolved on this front. We got the Greenpeace crypto billionaire lobby to change the Bitcoin code. Change the Code campaign will run ads in the next month. Ripple co-founder Larsen provides $5 million to finance the effort. CoinDesk says the Bitcoin community is reacting harshly to a planned ad campaign by Ripple and co-founder Chairman Chris Larsen and the Greenpeace USA that would push a code to change and reduce the largest cryptocurrency's energy use. Warren Davidson chimes in and says, in other words, please ban Bitcoin, BTC. Chris Larsen responds and says, this is the exact opposite of what I'm advocating for. Hold BTC. I want it to be successful in the future. I'm being pragmatic about what's going on. When ETH completes the switch, BTC is the outlier on energy use. Big institutions providing most of the liquidity have climate commitments. Gens is laser focused on climate. I believe in a long-term goal updating the code to either a low energy validation method or even a code that incents miners to remove carbon will greatly strengthen BTC. Moon Lambo says, no, Warren Davidson. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen is not calling for a ban on Bitcoin. Quote, I want to see Bitcoin and Ethereum succeed. Did you even read what Chris actually said? Do you just have some sort of beef with Ripple in general? Game theory at its finest, there were lots of entities that dipped their toes into Bitcoin in the early days and are heavily incentivized to keep what has now evolved into Bitcoin, the Ponzi scheme, technological dead end, crypto reminder.
You like the block size wars. There's going to be a group that says, hell no. This is Satoshi's vision. Oh, okay, I won't use, don't use Satoshi's vision because that's another fork of Bitcoin, but they're just absolutely religious. I heard somebody say about the notion of switching, they called it heresy. Well, come on, that's a religious term. This is a technology, right? There's no place for religion when it comes to technology. So, but that's the rub, right? So, and again, you can't blame them, right? This is not like these are people that made a big mistake and they're kind of running with their tail between their legs. These are people that have been, involved and behind one of the most successful asset appreciations in the history of Earth, right? And they're incredibly wealthy, and they're not shy right now. They're like Leonardo DiCaprio in the front of the Titanic, king of the world, right? So they're not going to go away quietly, right? And that's a problem. And then, of course, on another element there is, billions of dollars have been putting into these mining operations. So it's as big as bigger than the coal industry, and look how hard it is to shut down coal mines, right? So what is it going to take? It's going to take probably, the interesting thing now, unlike the block size wars that happened, was that 2015, 16, that it wasn't really mainstream. It was still kind of its own, still funky, strange technology fought amongst technologists, right? That's not where it is today. Right now, what's driving the adoption are corporations and funds and Wall Street and European funds. So that's a very different proposition, you have like Soros is now investing in quote unquote green mining. Again, no such thing. Fidelity is, a good company. They're backing all kinds of these, kind of green mining things. Again, there is no such thing. But that's kind of good because you can put regulatory pressure, and you can also put pressure from, I think more and more people, especially the younger folks, can be looking at climate and getting a war footing. There's no time to spare. So you go after the people backing these things, they start backing off. You got to get Tesla to divest. Probably the only way is threaten their zero emission credits. They have to be ineligible for zero emission credits if they have dirty crypto in their supply chain. I think that would probably wake up Elon on this. And look, I love Elon. He's done more for climate than almost anybody. But his Bitcoin investment is just strange, very strange, and not within keeping with his core values of Tesla as I understand them. So, but I tell you, if they start backing away, then look, Ethereum probably starts overtaking Bitcoin. And that's the kind of thing that I think wakes up those 20 or 30 people and say, look, if we don't make this change, we're going to fall.
BTC maxis, Warren Davidson, I guess they don't believe in American innovation that's faster, cheaper, more efficient, and 100,000 times more eco-friendly. XRP consumes less energy than ETH and BTC, and there's no competition here. Jump on the standard XRP. Also, don't forget China controls the Bitcoin blockchain and most of ETH. Also, Brad Garlinghouse has said this plenty of times. There are miners in China that represent 60% or plus of the mining capacity, and 80% of the mining capacity is based in China for Bitcoin and Ether.
You know, a yuan digital coin here.
Right.
Who's leading?
Well, it depends a little bit how we talk about leading. I mean, China, to your point, it's been fascinating to see it. I mean, they really, through mining power, control the Bitcoin blockchain. You have 4 miners in China that represent something like 60+% of mining capacity, and 80% of mining capacity about is based in China for both Bitcoin and Ether. So in many ways, I think China's been incredibly strategic about how they think about that.
Yes.
You heard it from Big Brad himself. BTC, ETH. Are those the blockchains that you support? I support XRP. American innovation, faster, cheaper, more efficient, no middleman snatching up those fees, and not controlled by miners. Mr. Intuitive, Chris Larson is a truth teller, always has been, always will be. Media rather bring hacks onto their shows than a truth teller.
What's up, fam? Chris Larson, he's a truth teller. Do you know how I know? Because the media never put him on. And he's been saying for years, we gotta move proof of work to proof of stake. He never hated on Bitcoin. Said it has to be fixed. He never hated on anything. Said it had to be fixed. We're close. Liquidity's drying up. Russia's demanding rubles. Russia's demanding gold. They're not paying. Will the energy be cut? Or will they give in? We shall see. Hodl that hodl.
This is all a show to shake you out of those real utility bags. Gary Gensler, we voted on rules to include certain significant market participants as dealers or government securities dealers. John Deaton says, but you still refuse to discuss how individual investors and thousands of non-investors were so harmed by the SEC's claims against XRP that 66,000 holders actually asked to be sued. You can pursue Ripple and its executives all you want, but leave the holders out. Why not listen? Digital asset investor, which is why governments created Bitcoin. Gold Telegraph, a new monetary order is developing. Nobody knows what it will look like, but I don't think it was random that central banks globally have been stockpiling gold since the last financial crisis. Central banks have always wanted the public to dislike gold. Why? Confidence. Wrath of K, this report for PolySign by Brown Brothers doesn't say XRP, but it sure looks like the XRP ledger. Atomic cross-border settlements of different assets across multiple public and private digital ledgers, 24 hours a day, 365 days per year. Near instant transaction processing time scales, real-time transparency into price discovery and asset valuation, where global standards exist across jurisdictions. Welcome to 2022, the mass adoption of cryptocurrencies. Faster, cheaper, more efficient. Sparkles, NFT, all blockchain, Flare networks, all real-world off-chain data, connect everything, Flare Songbird. The state connector is live on Songbird. What this means, key step to secure decentralized universal interoperability. Any blockchain/open system state can be proven. New era of efficiency, utility for chains and dApps. Connect everything. We're just getting started. I hope you got those bags packed. The state connector is a core protocol required for the delivery of F assets, which will bring non-contract tokens such as BTC, Doge, XRP onto Flare so they can use EVM-based smart contracts and access the decentralized economy. Sets the foundation for a trustless, secure, universal bridge to be built on Flare. and allows for the safe relay of information between all chains connected to Flare, leading to true cross-chain DApp interoperability and composability. Stake Connector now live on Songbird. Things are starting to heat up here. Network partners with Bored Apes XRPL. Network's excited to announce their partnership with the Bored Apes XRPL, a generative NFT project built on the XRP ledger. Bored Apes joins a cohort of XRPL NFT projects showcasing the XRP ledger's low transaction costs and high scalability. The Bored Apes XRPL Club will be featured in the network's metaverse for the community to interact and socialize at. I'll see you inside the network metaverse. Justin, Crypto.com has been granted crypto services provider license in Dubai. We call on the leaders in tech and finance to use their power to stop Bitcoin from wasting ours. Take action. Together we can clean up Bitcoin. Use your voice to call in those who can make it happen. We know that crypto doesn't need much energy to work. Many newer cryptocurrencies, like XRP, are low consumers of energy or carbon neutral because they use a better model, proof of stake. We know a basic software code change could reduce Bitcoin's energy use by 99.9%. If only 30 people, the key miners, exchanges, and core developers who build and contribute to Bitcoin's code, agree to reinvent proof of work mining or move to a low energy protocol, Bitcoin would stop polluting the planet. So why isn't Bitcoin changing its code? Or we can just throw away Bitcoin, jump on that standard XRP, no upgrades needed, no middleman snatching those fees, faster, cheaper, more efficient. We got Ledger City, possible early access available in 21 days. Ledger City is a game powered by the XRP blockchain. By owning XRP, you own some digital real estate. I'll see you in 21 days. Get that popcorn ready, ladies and gentlemen, because we're shooting past the moon to infinity and beyond. With that being said, giveaways and reveals from 2 p.m. PST to 4:20 p.m. PST. Over $1,000 of NFTs being given away in the Discord, along with tons of duck sneak peeks. Winners must like, retweet this post, and we'll see you in the Discord. We'll see you in the club. Ladies and gentlemen, XRP, the historical snapshot. We're coming for that top spot. Watch out, ETH. Watch out, BTC. The narrative is flipping. Despite all the SEC FUD, despite all the shakeouts, XRP's ready to snatch up all the money. I am the XRP bag man, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock News. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up that bag, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below, and I will catch you all up here on the mothership for the Moon Party. Peace out, Crypto Ghost.
She want my bags now. Hey, we about to blast now. Hey, you had a chance now. Too late. It's a party on the moon, and I know you heard the boom. Why she want my bags now? Hey, why she want my bags now? There's a party on the moon, and I know you heard the boom. Why she want my bags now? Why she want my bags now?